The interactive multiplication chart is ideal for representing and explaining the concept of square numbers. So, to the question, what are square numbers? A square number can be represented in the shape of a square, so that's what makes it a square number. It can be represented in the shape of a square. A square number results from multiplying a whole number by itself. So example, 3 by 3 equals 9. So 3 squared equals 9. Or a square number is called a perfect square. So 25 is a perfect square because it can be derived by multiplying 5 by 5. 5 fives is 25. 5 squared equals 5 multiplied by 5, which is 25. So we can use our interactive multiplication chart to explore and illustrate square numbers. So for example, 2 squared, so we can make the square of 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So 4 is a square number. Another square number could be the square of 5. So if we go 5 squared, and we go 5 by 5 by 5, so 5 fives is 25. So 25 is a square number. It's derived by multiplying two whole numbers by themselves. 5 multiplied by 5, 25. So 25 is a square number. So we can use the interactive multiplication chart to find all the square numbers from 1 to 144. So very quickly, if we put in 2 2's is 4. So 4 is a square number. The next square number is 9 because 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 9. 4 4's are 16. 4 squared. So 4 squared. And if we go back here, 4 squared equals 4 multiplied by 4, which is 16. And if we look at the next one, 5 multiplied by 5, so 5 fives, 5 squared, 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. And the next square number after 25 is 36. And all of a sudden you can start seeing the pattern as we go. 7 sevens is 49. So 49 is a square number derived by multiplying 7 by 7. 64 is the next square number, and the one after that is 81, and the next square number is 100. The next one is 121, and the next square number is 144. So again, we can show the square numbers from 1 to 144, and we have just illustrated here is a number that can be represented in the shape of a square. So if we go back here, 4 is a square number, and there's the shape of the square. Or 9 is a square number, and look, represented in the shape of a square. So a square number can be represented in the shape of a square. And if we look at the second quality, a square number results from multiplying a whole number by itself. So if we go back to our interactive multiplication chart and we look at 16, so a square number, multiply 4 by 4, that gives you 16. So it results when you multiply a number by itself, and it's a whole number, 4 by 4 is 16. 5 by 5 is 25. So you're multiplying the number by itself. And thirdly, a square number is also called a perfect square. Well, for good reason. 4 by 4 is 16, and it's a perfect square because it's 4 units by 4 units. It's equal on all 4 sides. So your interactive multiplication chart can be used to illustrate the concept of what it is to be a square number.